Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I guess we are. We're doing another road trip. It'll be just a moment. See, when I tell you, this is how I roll. This is me headed home. Michael's gonna be in my background. A couple of mixes of Mr. Jackson. He and Prince. Then we gonna take this road trip back home. I kind of have been enjoying the little mixes between Michael and Princey, and you know, it's been all right. Now we're gonna go ahead and have a chit chat about a couple of things. I did realize this headset does pick up the sound pretty well, and so when I say you can play this on your regular cell phone, but to play this on a sound system, you're gonna have a lot of bass, especially with the radio in the background. Apologize for that, but you paid for it. You bought the system and said, I want surround sound, and you're gonna get it. All right, let's go ahead and have a conversation. There's two things you guys need to know. Most people are going through some stuff, and they're having to deal with government. They're having to deal with these judges. Look, I have to deal with them too. I have a case that one of my clients is going through somebody trying to take his property from him when we have proof that it's already been paid for. What is the proof? The in clearings accounting associated with the loan. That's all you need to tell them. I want the in clearings accounting. I don't care about no other accounting. I want to see the in clearance accounting associated with this loan. If they claim there isn't any, have them put it under penalty of perjury that there is no in clearance accounting associated with that loan or with this account. Just that simple. That's it. Well, to keep us from asking for that information, even though we put it in the paperwork, the court decided to dismiss our case for lack of prosecution. Why? Well, the individual who's a part of the suit with me was normally going in and filing the documents on the record. But a couple of times he mailed it in. None of them have been filed on the record. They want to play games, y'all. So we asked for the reconsideration, and I'm alleging gatekeeping. Now I'm going to tell y'all something that nobody knows. Y'all need to pay attention to this. The one thing the court likes to do and the court likes to say is that you didn't do something. And when it says you didn't do this, you didn't do that, or it presumes this, or it presumes that, or it assumes this, or it assumes that, understand presumption principle, because it's not a law. You have the right to rebut a presumption with a preponderance of evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, anytime you have to bring forth evidence, you're to an evidentiary hearing on the evidence. And you're entitled to have the evidence admitted into the record. Once the evidence is admitted into the record, it can't be challenged. It can't be challenged. It's called omissions and omissions. Admissions when you're going into a movie theater. You're admitted. Okay? Now, why is this important? That you ask for an evidentiary hearing on the presumption, and that you let the judge know that every time you raise a presumption, I'm entitled to an evidentiary hearing to rebut your presumption with a preponderance of evidence to the contrary. This is going to be a long trial. And every presumption, you tell the court, well, my preponderance of evidence is that I asked for a trial by jury. That's a matter for the jury to decide whether or not your presumption has any weight. I don't have to challenge your presumption. I asked for a trial by jury. That's a matter for the jury to decide. Just remember that phrase. That is a matter for the jury to decide. When you ask for a trial by jury, you're entitled to a trial by jury. It's that simple. Okay? They're not going to like it that you say, hey, you're telling me that you gave me a presumption. What you just said is not based on any fact. You didn't provide any supportive evidence to your statement, so that means it's a presumption. And since your statement is not founded on law, oh no, case citations, that's not law. You should know better than that. That's not part of the legislative process. Laws can only be by the legislative process or the Constitution. You cannot create a law by any other means. It's just uncivilized. So you highlight the fact that since you raised a presumption, I have the right to rebut your presumption. They brought in an affidavit. I have a right to rebut the affidavit with evidence to the contrary. And since it's evidence, I'm entitled to an evidentiary hearing on the evidence. And I demand an evidentiary hearing. What many of you have not been doing, you've not been demanding your evidentiary hearings. They introduce evidence or you introduce evidence, you're entitled to an evidentiary hearing. That's enough to get any case that's dismissed overturned. And you just go into ChatGPT and you have it tell you how to handle an evidentiary hearing. It's not my job to do that for y'all. I have, when I do consults, my consults are primarily for people who are going through some stuff. You know, court cases, evictions, subpoenas, lawsuits. You know what I mean? Well, a lot of people are calling me up because they want to know how to get rich or how to get rid of their entire banknote. And I keep trying to tell them, too many people have done too much junk to where you ain't just going to simply get rid of nothing. I don't care what nobody's been saying on video. I know better than that. I'm dealing with this and do this every single day. And if anybody's telling you anything different, they're lying to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing, and like I said, they're trying to block me from getting into any courtroom. It's the name. I'm okay with that. I need that. I need that to go at them. They keep with me, and I'm going to give you guys information that, man, y'all going to be able to take off on. Okay? I don't play. I told them to leave me alone. They keep messing with me. I'm going to give y'all something that y'all going to be able to do a whole lot of legal and lawful stuff with. That they don't want y'all doing no legal and lawful stuff with. They want to reserve that for themselves. See, as I've been trying to get people to understand, we have individuals, people who sit up here. Sorry, there was a sheriff's car that was coming down the hill, and he saw me, and he all of a sudden wanted to rise up. So I gets to ignore him. Anyway, and he's going in the opposite direction. He ain't even supposed to be out here. I ain't even never seen that vehicle before. Not out here. Normally, they use trucks and SUVs. But oh well, life goes on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have all of these billionaires, quite a few of them. And all of these billionaires, they got one thing in common. None of them work. And they don't pay taxes. Wait a minute. How can a billionaire not work and not pay taxes? As I try to get everybody to understand, there's not a single billionaire that has $1 billion in the bank. I don't care if they are a $10 billion billionaire. They don't even have $1 billion in the bank. I guarantee you. There is no bank you can go to that's holding that person's money. No bank has that type of money inside of it. I doubt even Federal Reserve Bank would have $1 billion inside. I doubt it very, very, very seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I doubt that they would have $1 billion inside their bank is because it doesn't work that way. A bank couldn't hold $1 billion. It'd take up too much space. So all of the money is digital. I just wish people would understand. But hold on, ladies and gentlemen, I remember. Hold on. Do you can you feel it? Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Now, back to the billionaires not having $1 billion. Then what makes them a billionaire? Ladies and gentlemen, it's called the Billionaires Club. Billionaires become billionaires because other billionaires recognize them as billionaires. Go ahead. Kanye West proved it to all of you. He said, I'm a billionaire. Well, if he was really a billionaire, how could removing that deal take away any money from him? He would already have the money because he was only a billionaire on paper. Every billionaire is just a billionaire on paper. Now, once you guys understand that billionaires are only billionaires on paper, and you're only poor on paper, the amount of money that you have in a bank account does not determine how rich or how poor you are. It's the paperwork that determines how rich or how poor you are. So let me do you a favor. If you ain't heard anything I've been saying from the very beginning, get your credits, people. Your federal credits. Then learn about SPVs, special purpose vehicles. And then you want to do a prospectus on your sole proprietorship. ChatGPT will do that for you. And after you do the prospectus, you want to create the stocks, the bonds associated with your corporation. Your corporation is the one that's going to produce the stocks and the bonds, not you. You will do it through the corporation. When the corporation issues the stocks and the bonds, you are going to purchase them. And the payment for your purchase, pay attention, you're going to work out statements and invoices. Why? Because you need to show you've made the payments. Now, you and your corporation can agree to the species of currency for which the payments are received. Okay, I'm not going to give you more than that because, y'all need to be able to handle what you're getting. Y'all need to be able to handle what you're getting, and if I gave you more than that, y'all wouldn't be able to handle it. Y'all be all over the place. So go back, listen to what I just said. In a moment, I'm going to take this and I'm going to end it because I don't want to say too much more that will convolute the information that I've already given you guys. Okay? I want to be able to have you guys focus on the information. So it'll be just one moment and we going to let y'all go. But I'm in the mountains. Y'all know I live in the mountains. And these are winding, the long and winding road. Dun, dun. Yes, it's true. Okay, I'm in the mountains. Okay, them hills. And so that whole time I told y'all I was getting ready to end it. I haven't gotten the well, let me say it again. Straighten away yet. That's right. Straighten away. That's right. I said it. Oh, poor little tarantulas crossing the highway. This is tarantula season. We have tarantulas here, and they literally cross the highway. If you've ever seen a tarantula walk, they are not fast. Lord have mercy, they are not fast. All right, I still haven't gotten a straightaway yet. I'm still winding and turning, but I got one more turn after this tight turn, and there's one more after that, and here it comes now, and then I'll be able to put you guys to sleep. Say bye-bye. Okay, so what we gonna do so that we can be safe is we gonna wait till we get to the straightaway. We gonna hit this and we gonna say bye-bye.